G'day viewers, the end of another week, time for Totally Fucked Up Friday. And honestly, it's hard to get more fucked up than the story of the 4 black teenagers who abducted and tortured the white disabled guy, made him say things like fuck Donald Trump and fuck white people. There's something about this that even though no one was actually murdered, in fact I don't think the guy was actually seriously hurt, there's something visceral about how awful it is. Even if you're not a filthy racist scumfuck, and that's another story, there's something about this that's so visceral, that's so wrong, that makes you go, fuck me, I hope those people are just removed from society. Like, even though they haven't killed anyone, something about it makes them come across as so dangerous and so fucked up. The rest of society shouldn't have to deal with them. Like, there is no excusing this sort of bullshit. It's like majorly fucked up. And the racial angle, I understand people focusing on it, because clearly these, I almost keep wanting to call them kids because they were so young, but these fucking perpetrators, they clearly wanted to play up a racial angle, although then you get the ones who do, in my mind, equally bad, the neo-Nazis saying that, oh, this is all about Black Lives Matter, even though on investigation, none of these people are involved in the Black Lives Matter movement. It doesn't stop the neo-Nazis spreading the deliberate lie. It's totally tied up in that. It isn't, okay? And very much, the key points I want to make, no racial violence in the past excuses a disgusting act like this. And it's equally valid to say this disgusting act does not negate any vile racist crimes in the past, and it doesn't excuse any vile racist crimes in the future. You learn a lot about someone by how they react to this. If anyone who wants to focus on the non-existent Black Lives Matter link, or say about, oh, see, why are you so upset about lynchings and such when this happens, that's telling you quite a lot about that person. It's just, for me, although, okay, it is very hard to avoid the racial element in that, that's not the bit that does my head in the most. What I'm really troubled by is the video that was released. That was recorded and distributed by the perpetrators. This was not bystanders videoing it to expose a crime. This was not any closed circuit cameras. The people who premeditated this disgusting act thought somehow it was to their benefit to be known to be the person who did this. How fucked up do you have to be proud of doing something this disgusting? This is not even the worst case of this type of thing that I know of. And there are probably dozens that are worse that I don't know of. But there was one case here in Australia, this was a while ago, like 5-10 years ago. This was primary school age kids, like pre-teens, early teens. Some boys, and they were white boys, for people who want to bring up the racial angle, they basically sexually abused and pissed on a girl with learning disabilities from their class, videoed it. Now, they didn't just video it and put it up on the internet. They videoed it and converted it to DVD and put titles, including credits with their names on it, and were selling it at school. So this goes beyond being fucked enough to abuse another person. This goes beyond wanting notoriety. This is actually believing you deserve to be rewarded for this level of abuse of another person. This is just how fucked people can be. And we are going to keep seeing examples of this, and it's going to be a struggle to react to them rationally, because they're not rational things. Oh my god, this whole thing is so awful. I'd rather finish on something well fucked up, a bit more light-hearted. Fox News commentator BillO'Reilly getting worked up about the fact that no entertainer of any credibility wants to perform at Donald Trump's inauguration. Now, I find this particularly funny because it obviously bugs the hell out of Trump, because he keeps obsessing about how it doesn't. It's really obvious how upset this makes him. And yes, it's schadenfreude and it's shallow and it's mean to take glee in how sad and frustrated he is by it, But fuck that guy. I'm going to take every opportunity to belittle that piece of shit that comes up. Now, on Fox, O'Reilly has gone on to say, you know what this is? This is reverse McCarthyism, because people have been told they'll never work again if they're at Trump's inauguration, which is utter bullshit. Now, admittedly, people might look at you a bit sideways if you willingly performed like a stooge at Trump's inauguration, but there's no blacklist that goes with it. See, credit to O'Reilly, he's invented something even more non-existent than reverse racism. Reverse McCarthyism. It's just because people don't want anything to fucking do with this piece of shit. It's like, oh, there's some evil cabal for it. No. Like, Trump, who was voted for by less than a quarter of the population, whose active supporters would be less than an eighth of the population, and who has targeted people in the creative fields who are disproportionately represented by the groups who are going to be fucked over by his administration, the LGBTI community, non-white people, basically non-conforming people. That's who the entertainment industry is dominated by. It's not exclusive. There are conservatives. There are conservative people who are not white who are entertainers. But for whatever reason, people think Trump's a cunt. That's what they think. And it burns the guy, and I love it. So you've got people like O'Reilly just clutching at straws, making up ridiculous shit like reverse McCarthyism. One of my Twitter friends said, oh, that should be some perverse sex act, a reverse McCarthy. And someone else came up with, well, it's got to be a play on Reds under the bed, because McCarthy was all about the communist scare. So it's Reds on top of the bed. Look, maybe a reverse McCarthy is having sex while the woman is on her period, so you get blood on the bed, Reds on the bed. So that is apparently Bill O'Reilly's preferred sexual practice, sex with menstruating women. Good on you, Bill. Good on you for coming out and sharing, because it's our differences that make us unique, and there is nothing wrong with you enjoying being covered in menstrual blood. You went a roundabout way to tell us all about it. You made up this ridiculous concept that doesn't exist, but we understand you're just trying to share your sexual preference with us. Bravo, Bill O'Reilly. You and your menstrual blood fetish is A-OK by me.